for me, to think about the moment that I dedicated myself to it was, I don't know, like I was a pretty angry teenager and grew up without my dad. So that was like, I got into hip hop and then, found Eminem, and I remember relating a lot to him, and especially to the fuck you attitude that he had, and growing up without my dad was a big part of it. That I related to that so much that it was the only thing that I really related to, and I hadn't heard anything like it in my time at that age. Can't remember how old I was, but yeah. And then there was a few points, like I got sent to a Christian private school for like grade 7, and I was from a public primary school. And as soon as I got there, they were just, it didn't really take to me. And the fact I was a bogan from a public primary school that liked rap and beatboxing, there wasn't really many people there like that. And so I felt like an outcast. And I just really wanted to give the big fuck you to everyone. And even then, like, I wasn't thinking about rapping, but I just loved the aspect of having a platform to express yourself and hearing these people expressing themselves in that way and relating to it. And it gave me a feeling that nothing else in my life has ever given me. And now, as I've gotten older and I've like learned about myself and I've learned about who I was and who I am and everything like that, it's become the perfect platform to express myself. And you can say your thoughts or have your opinion in any which way, but it seems that if you do it with music, it's acceptable. People will take it as a form of, people will open up and they listen to a song. At one point, they can't argue back. You know what I mean? So that was one thing that always intrigued me, was that you can have your 2 cents without being in the room. You know what I mean? And also just to see the world's reaction to rap at the time. They were all reacting like, oh, this is horrible, this is bad, it's sending the kids down the wrong road. And I was a kid at that time, already feeling like I wasn't accepted. And so I think that's where I decided that hip hop was definitely a massive choice of mine. I liked the style of it, I liked the fashion of it, I liked beatboxing was my original sort of one I got into, but I was already listening to rap and everything like that. I liked hip hop and I liked rap beats, and I didn't have a Walkman or anything like that when I was going to school, so I'd make beats in my mouth and try and think of hip hop rhythms, and that was it for me as well. Those moments walking to school, just beatboxing to myself, to keep myself entertained, give myself direction. In many other ways, I was kind of an angry kid that didn't really want to do anything with my life. So it was one thing that was a healthy outlet to kind of focus into and push myself and accelerate. But and as I've gone on through life, in my darker times, losing girlfriends or, getting my hopes up about something and it being shut down, even family issues, everything like that, hip-hop was the one thing that never would go away. It's the one thing you could turn to that I could relate to, that I felt got who I was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.